Hello everyone. In today's lesson, I'm going to be going over something that is helpful not just in classes or work, but also in real life, and that is checking to see how close to the source of a topic a piece of work was. Or, in other words, knowing the difference between primary sources and secondary sources. In this lesson, I'll be going through a study guide that I would have given students when they needed to review some type of work, but you can also apply this to anything you're reading or listening to. News, podcasts, books, whatever you want. After this lesson, I'm hoping you'll be able to know what a primary source is and what a secondary source is. Now, let me bring up the study guide and let's walk through it. Really quick, this lesson is going to be pretty short, so if you can print out the activity I have associated with this lesson, I would recommend it because you can then use the information from this lesson to see just how close to the source of information a work was. Was it there observing what was happening, or is this a he said, she said scenario? First, you have what are called primary sources. These are the pieces of information that are coming directly from the source of what is being discussed. Think eyewitnesses, letters from a specific time period, any reports that are first-hand accounts. Next, you have secondary sources, which are more like hindsight pieces. They aren't reporting directly from what happened, but they are taking a step back and looking at what other people have said and then working on a broad approach. For example, think about a report on an increased amount of extreme weather. Instead of looking at the weather and being in the extreme environment, they're talking about books and reports of what it is like to be in those situations. The person talking about the extreme weather and summarizing it is a secondary source. A good way to tell the difference is that primary means first, so it is a first-hand account, and secondary means second, so it came after the first-hand accounts. Well everyone, that is it for this lesson. I hope now you can tell how close to the source something is based on what type of resource it is. I have the study guide and an outline posted to Patreon. There is no example paper since this is more of an example than a format, but you can take the outline and check it against any news article if you want to test it. If you would like a virtual tutoring session to go over these concepts, you can request it through my Patreon. If you enjoyed the laid-back approach or if you want another way of presenting information, let me know in the comments below. As always, best of luck and take care everyone.